Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Woo! What's up, everybody out there? Woo, what's up, man? I've hit the ground rolling today. If you on the Patreon, boy, you are loving today. Every time you turn around, something popping up on there, right? Told you we've been working. Everybody else talking, we working. Even when I go thousands of miles away, I'm working. Always be working. That way you always going to be valuable. I'm not even going to tell you what's on the Patreon today. You're just going to have to go over there and see for yourself. Meanwhile, hit the like button, subscribe to the page, hit that notification bell so that you will be subscribed and get everything. Hopefully, they give you a notification. Depends on how they feel. You could donate to my Cash App, which is Carcino. Thank you guys who've been doing that. You know, most people don't use Super Chat, and I don't blame them. Let's get into the game, y'all. Lebron James and Bronny James combined for 19 points and a stellar performance. And this is a preview of things to come. Sign me up. I mean, it was just such amazing feat, to see, a father and son on the court at the same time. I mean, my goodness, what a moment. That's just like something that's history. That's a bunch of bullshit that don't mean anything. It don't mean nothing. It doesn't. It's just a headline for the media. The reason why I titled it LeBron and Bronny James combined for 19 points in the second preseason game, the reason why it has that title, because it's profound. They've used this same title when they was talking about it to cover up the fact Bronny James has 0 points. The same way he played in college, it's the same way it's resonating here. And somebody wrote, man, Bronny James just don't seem to have the thing that he did in high school. Everybody is dope in high school. Do you know you playing against in high school? Some guys on the team, they ain't on the team because they're the coach's son. It's like, are you kidding? It's like everybody in AAU ain't great at basketball or even good. They mama could pay the fees or their daddy could pay the fees. Shoot, they're on the team. Now, Bronny has the best of the best. Bronny has had his entire life is being groomed to be an NBA basketball player. He's got NBA players scouting and telling him what to do. He's got the best physical trainers. He's got everything, a professional gym in his house. He's got everything at his disposal. You got state-of-the-art equipment, nutrition. You don't have to worry about paying bills, knowing where your next meal's going to come from. You don't have to worry about any of these things. All you got to worry about is being great. And this is what you're dealing with now, right? The realities of what Kwame say, Homelander and Homelander Jr. It's a dog and pony show, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it is. And it's not about Bronny James, and they'll help him as the season go along to quiet the storm of people pushing this narrative. Um, I'm just observing what I see. And from what I saw yesterday, the Lakers tried to run split actions with LeBron running a pick and roll off the like off the ball, doing activities, which was like laughable. And it led to an alley oop to Anthony Davis, running one of JJ plays, and people like, "Oh, I like the way this is gonna look, the new Lakers." And then as the game progressed, you see it's just transition, garbage putbacks for LeBron, and it's the same old, same old. I didn't see really too much of anything that was different. It was nobody's really going hard, but the Lakers, LeBron played one half. He played the first half, and that was it. But you got to look at the scenarios and what they were faced with. And what they were faced with was somebody who didn't understand the prowess of what they were dealing with. LeBron James was just sitting there, really, just letting the game come to him. Done this plenty of times, and I'm watching Bronny when he came into the game. So when he came into the game and played with his father, you got Bronny trying to figure the game out and figure out what they're doing out there on the court. LeBron is basically not even talking to his own son the way he should and giving him some advice. Ronnie's just trying to figure it out on the fly, and the speed of the game is a lot faster than what he's really accustomed to. And he's trying to, process all of this, but there's a timidness there. There's a hesitation to shoot the ball and be aggressive. So when you see that, it's like, look, be aggressive in the moments you need to be. You don't have to shoot the ball, but an aggressive position will give people the impression of the threat that you're going to shoot. If you get the ball and you look like you're looking to get rid of it right away, then people won't take you seriously as a threat to shoot. It's little subtle things that you do on a basketball court that is more valuable to the team. You make an aggressive presence, you get people on alert and make them focus on you enough, then you can do other things, facilitate, rebound, set screens and picks. Now, I could tell you Bronny's given an effort. If anybody had any type of wherewithal or something about like his Bronny's not really trying. No, he's trying. He's just not NBA material right now. He's just not. G League maybe, but he's not an NBA basketball player, the caliber of an NBA basketball player. No, he isn't. And right now it's like, man, you judging him off 2 games. It's not that. It's just you just know. You know when somebody's not ready for this. And this is just what this is at this point. He's not ready yet. That's why they have G leagues, developmental leagues. Let him go there. After the preseason, let Bronny go to the G League where he can play, get some minutes in and try to build himself up till he gets comfortable. And man, maybe, I'm not saying Bronny will never be a player that can't play. You can find your position, you can find what you're good at, and you can help out a team. I feel him being that kind of player. He was not going to be the guy you build the team around and say, okay, we got Bronny, we're going to build around Bronny. No. He's a supporting role player. So you want to make sure you're at that level. Oh no. It's a slippery slope because you're dealing with people who, when you look at it and you see the way the game was played, they played Phoenix, and Phoenix was basically toying with them. If you look at how the Lakers play, everybody's like, yeah, and the Lakers did good. They scored like 70 some points in the first half. Now, that's the kind of Lakers I'm talking about. Okay, the Lakers scored 70 something points in the first half. They gave up 69. So you're giving up 70-point quarters. Your defense is your problem. And once again, you started to see it in the second quarter. What was the lacking part? LeBron not playing defense. And then Phoenix is getting in transition from turnovers. It's clear. I had to come back and watch the game this morning. And see, this is why I didn't make a video talking about it yesterday, because I hadn't seen the game. I saw some highlights on my way home. Other than that, because I was watching the Cowboys game, which I'm still pissed over. I'm really upset about that Cowboys win. So I'm going to go ahead and watch the game. So I get home this morning. I got up, watched the game, and I said, okay, now here's my assessment. If you go back, you watch the first play of the game, you'll see they ran split action. Something that JJ, he wants to run so bad. Like, that's going to be the difference. When their problem is defensively. They always in zone because they can't guard man. Look at the starting lineup. You got Austin Reed. You got D'Lo. None of them can keep anybody in front of them. That's going to put pressure on your next line of defense. And once you get those guys out there, your next line of defense are not defenders, and you got LeBron James, who's not a defender, that's a lot of ground for Rui Hachimura and Anthony Davis. It's a lot of pressure on those two. That's going to be a lot of pressure on them to hold the fort down. And is it fair? I don't think it is. I don't think it's fair one bit. Send Bronny to the G League. That's all you do. Send him to the G League. After the preseason, send him to G League. Because he's going to get embarrassed. Because this is a league of guards. And he can't guard any of these guards. I mean, for real. When the season gets, can you imagine Bronny on De'Aaron Fox? How bad that's going to look. Well, the Steelers pissed me off yesterday, so I don't even want to get back into that. I was just thinking about that damn play all over again. And I'm just getting myself completely pissed off thinking about it. I wanted to fight Mike Tomlin last night, so let's get my mind off that. Let's keep the focus here. Now, the Lakers bench, I wanted to see how the bench would do and how they would fare. Connect had he had a pretty much average game. I would say Rui Hachimura had a pretty good game. AD had a good game. You know, nobody's really going hard, but you kind of want to see what guys are going to do and bring to the table. You know, D. Russ was D. Russ. Austin Reeves had an Austin Reeves type night. You know, Christie, I thought, did pretty well from the scoring perspective. And him being aggressive, and by him being the fastest guy on the team, Max Christie has the better shot. Now, when it comes to Vincent, who I believe will be traded sometime soon, you know, he was, he was out there. With guys like Cam Reddish and, you know, Colin Castillon, you know, those guys who are not really getting a lot of minutes. You know, JJ wants to see what they can bring to the table. That might turn things around, might not. Well, it's time to try something different. It's time to get this team in another direction. But if you look at this lineup, it's awful. Awful. Like LeBron, AD, Rui Hachimura, D-Lo, and Austin Reeves. You have no point guard on the team. Oh, LeBron says he's the point. Okay. Defensively, it's a nightmare. I'm licking my chops if I see Austin Reeves and D-Lo as my line of defense against me. I'm like, oh, shooting, ISO, post game. Huh. That's crazy. I'm looking at this right now. The breakdown is pretty nuts. But as far as the threes, they were getting beat, giving up open threes. Rotation on defense is slow on the threes. Yep. And when it's all like fairly contested, rebounds was like damn near even on both sides. The assists was damn near even. Even block shots. The Lakers had more block shots. They're about even in steals. Even in turnovers. Like the difference down the stretch was people made shots, people missed them. Points in the paint. Yeah, everything was. Lakers had 60 points in the paint. They were doing their thing. They were doing their thing. But if you look at the bigger picture, can they win a championship like this? No. So these guys are going to be trade bait that's on the team.
Hi, I'm Carcino.
Bronny performance last night? Dang.
Hi, I'm Carcino.
Always bothering somebody. Y'all worse.
Oh, let's talk
Bronny
about it. Let's
performance last night?
talk about it.
It was horrendous.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world. And I'm just giving my 2 cents on it.
He has a father who's
Go ahead
arguably
and raid in someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for
the
that.
Brown boys salute to the LeBron fans. Y'all evil self. Dang. Always bothering somebody. Y'all worse. Bronny performance last night, it was horrendous. Like, I just don't understand. He has a father who's arguably the best player who ever played the game. But it shows that it was just off of his athleticism because his son don't know the basic principles. He's a small kid. So when he comes off the pick and roll, they drop it and plug it. Hold on, let me put this out. Let me put this thing up in there because that's good that you asked me that question because I'll answer some of these questions in the chat about live events y'all want to talk about. But to me, Bronny James don't really understand the game because if they drop and plug, meaning if y'all don't know the terminology, drop and plug that's the strategy they was doing against Bronny. They don't trust that he can shoot. So the center is dropping back into the paint. Okay, if that happens, he's supposed to keep coming downhill or keep attacking because either at some point that big has to commit or you can get that lob. And when that happens, you get that lob over the top to his man because the guard is going underneath to catch you. So before he get underneath and catch you, you get downhill and you make him have to crack back at that big. And then now he can go one-on-one with a big if he back it back out. What you want, but he comes off and hesitate like he wants to shoot, but doesn't shoot, and then he dribbles and then pulls up. It's weird. He's not attacking the defense. And then on offense, when it's in a half-court set, other than pick and roll, he's clogging up the lane. He's standing at the top of the key or 2 feet from the three-point line, and nobody's respecting his three-point shot. So they're able to sag off of Bronny and then recover back to him. And he, like, either you got to cut or if the guy drive, you fill in behind. Like, I don't understand how he don't understand.
Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house. All right. I don't know why they messing up today and keep playing my damn intro 30 damn times. But it's annoying as hell now. But what Kwame said was the truth. And definitely support and follow Kwame Brown Bus Life, Dreamers Pro, welcome to HDII TV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. Definitely do that. But what he's saying is true. Bronny is not playing aggressive. And whether you know the terminology or not, if you know basketball, you know that's your job. If people back off of you, you either gonna pull up and hit that shot. And if you're not confident, I told you, you don't have to shoot in basketball. It can control the game by just being aggressive. But you hurt your team by just standing there and trying to facilitate and give up the ball when other teams are saying, you're going to have to make us respect you. And so far, that hasn't been happening. You know, Dylan Brooks was the only one that had the courage to say what it was.
And have that exchange. There are people out there that say maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. What were you thinking?
I don't care. He's old. You know what I mean? I was waiting for that. I was expecting him to do that game 4, game 5. He wanted to say something when I got my 4th foul. He should have been saying that earlier on. But, you know.
He's old. He's old. Now, what I like to do when I watch the game is watch it from a different standpoint that I see everybody else looking at it, and, make my decisions based off that. You feel me? Now, anybody who's anybody can say what they want about how the game is played. But you could tell if a player's being aggressive and they're not. But if someone got to keep instilling and pushing you to be aggressive, like, well, coach didn't tell me to be aggressive. It's like at this point, you got to, this is the big boy league. You got to know. Somebody ain't going to be able to push you all the time. You got to know what time it is. You got to be a confident person out there on the floor. And if you need your daddy to do that for you, it's kind of a bad look on you. Like, oh, your daddy got to be out there on the floor with you in order for you to play. This game is mental. Some players going to talk to you, get on in your head. See, that's all a part of basketball, too. That they trying to take that element out of it. Don't talk to him. You're affecting his mental health. It's like, that's exactly what I want to do. I want his mental health so messed up in this game that he screws it up for his team. And we win, because that's the ultimate goal for us. This game is cerebral. So, oh yeah, take that to the top. Now, I'm going to go ahead and end this because I don't want to see no more intro stuff pop up. At all. Not for a millisecond. So, well, we'll see. They got to play Milwaukee in Milwaukee. So we'll see how that game plays out. And yeah, we'll see. So anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good day. We'll talk later. Love, peace, and hair grease.